Coach Evans, if you could start off with your thoughts on today's game.
Yeah, you got to give Southern Utah credit. They defended us pretty good, and they were able to make baskets. And we're 3 for 17 from 3, and I think we're second in the league in three-point field goal percentage. Now, sometimes when you come into a situation like this, the gym's a little different, and so it might be harder to make baskets. But I think we're pretty uncharacteristic of who we are. We picked a bad day to do that because Southern Utah played well, and you need to give them credit.
You guys were scoring your points inside really, kept the 3 until halfway through the first half. Is that just what they were giving you early on?
Well, he was doing a good job of driving the ball. Then he picked up his second foul and had to come out, and that hurt us. That hurt, but you know, he's only a sophomore, and hopefully he'll learn from the lessons that were there for us to take.
Well, I'm Coach Brandon Novak, whoever. Can you guys just reflect on the season? I mean, it's done now, but overall, where are your thoughts on how you guys came from last season to now? I mean, this is a good squad, and where's your head at right now with reflecting on the season?
You want me to answer that? Or?
I said whoever, but all y'all looking at each other.
Go ahead, Novak.
I mean, I would say we had some high highs and low lows, and we have a really good team here. And I just feel like if we can get this team to be steady and to play our game every single night the same way, I think we can be a really good team. And we just failed to do that sometime this season. Tonight is a great example of that. And I think looking forward, I think we'll be really good. But this was a tough season. I mean, going into it, we weren't supposed to. I mean, we were picked to be last or something like that, 11th and 10th, and I think we surpassed that. But we're not striving for 6th place in the conference. So.
Yeah, Coach, you've been talking about needing to play more subs, and you went to Jake McCord and Sam Dowd earlier. How do you think they played?
I think they were fine. I think Jake did a good job and Sam both did a good job. I'd like to be able to play more than 7 guys. And we got a lot of inexperience there. I played Blake for a minute, and I think they went and did a pretty good job.
Brandon, you guys had an 8-point lead about 8 minutes to go in the first half, and then they kind of took control. What happened during that stretch? What do you think the turning point of this game was?
We didn't get stops, and we got stagnant offense. We couldn't score the ball for that certain stretch, and they kind of turned it on a lot. So it's a rough stretch for us.
Of course, they seem to have to be able to play as many guys that can score the ball as anybody in the league. What makes them tough to play?
I think they're real good offensive. I think they're really good offensive. I don't think we're a bad defensive team. We're not great, we're not bad. But, first half they shot 38%. For the game they shot 42. We shot 44. Our big deal is we're 1 for 11 from 3 in the second half. And we average, what, Steve, 9 or 8 or 8 threes a game. So we're 5 under that. But again, sometimes you come to venues like this and it's more difficult, to shoot the ball.
Brandon, is there anything about this stage and this situation? I mean, does anything change mentally for you guys when when you go home like this?
I don't think too much. I don't think we really thought about that too much. We were just trying to go out there and execute the game plan. We just did. We didn't shoot the ball tonight. We didn't make free throws tonight, so it's just tough to win a game when you usually shoot the ball better and shoot free throws better. So it's just tough.
Novak, is that?
I'd like to agree with it. I mean, I don't think we put too much pressure on us in terms of, we can't do it. I think we were pretty confident going into this game. But, I mean, we rely on shooting threes because we're really good at it. We have really good shooters, and tonight didn't fall in and he hurt us. And unfortunately, it's tournament time and you lose one, you're done. So.
Coach, I know you're upset right now, but can you reflect on your season? I mean, coming off of what you guys faced last year and now you're here.
I think this has been one of the best group of guys I've coached in my career. And I've coached some really good guys as a team. Good to coach, easy to be around, respectful of not only me but one another. They worked hard. The whole year I don't think they let me down one time. They didn't let me down tonight. They did their best. It wasn't as good as they normally do.
Yeah.
But you have to give Southern Utah credit, and we'll just learn from this experience and move on, because that's all we can do.
Right.
We can't replay the game. If we could, we'd go out and we'd do that. We can't. So we have to take this and learn from it and get better.
So overall, are you proud of the work that these guys put in?
Absolutely proud of them. You bet. They did a great job for me this year and for Idaho State. And you can ask coaches around the league what they think of my team, and they'll tell you. Tonight was a bad night. You can't have bad nights when you can only, the loser goes home. Survive and advance. And we're on the other end of that. Southern Utah deserves credit.
Absolutely. Brandon, Novak, either of you guys, what do you see the difference between this team and last year's team? What qualities or characteristics do you guys hold as a team that maybe make you better or worse?
I mean, I think this year we just came together, like last year we didn't have as good of a chemistry as this year, and I think we kind of grown. We have a lot of young guys. I mean, we're losing 4 seniors, and it's Gino and Eric that really played. Hayes struggled with injuries, and Kyle. I mean, so I think looking back on the season, last season, I think we were just better as a team, and we trust each other. We trust our shooters. I mean, we knew the ball wasn't going in, but there's nights when the ball wasn't going in, but we still trusted it. And the second half, we shot really well. And it just didn't happen tonight. And the trust among us. I think that's what made us better this season.
Thanks.
Bill, I was just going to ask, any idea what's on the horizon for you as far as your future here?
My future?
Yeah.
I got another year on my contract. A year on my contract. And the new guy that's coming in here would have a hell of a team coming back. He'd have a hell of a team. These guys don't want me to get fired. Either it's Jeff Tingey. Jeff Tingey doesn't want to fire.
I'm sorry.
No, and I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm pretty composed. Don't you guys think I'm composed? When a guy asks you what your future's like, my future's bright. I got a bright future. I got a real bright future. And I'm not mad at you, and you've done a good job for us.
Coach, any comment on Gino Lascando, the boost he gave in the second half?
I mean, Juno's the all-time leader in steals and been fun to coach, good guy to coach. Has always done what he's asked to do. He played really good tonight. I'm proud of him. He's graduating, and English is a second language for this guy. He's getting a degree in business. I couldn't get a degree in business, and English is the first language for me sometimes. Couldn't do it. So I'm proud of that. And we got two guys in graduate school. They're both going to get master's degrees, and Eric Nacken is going to be a doctor. He scored in the 98th percentile in his, whatever they call them, MCATs, right, or SCATs or something like that. And who's the other one that's graduating? Gino, Hayes, and Kyle's getting a master's degree. So those things are important to Jeff Tingey and to Steve Shack. Graduating guys is important. It's important to me. We've graduated. She got me on the bandwagon, and I'm protecting myself now. Every guy in my program that stayed with me has graduated. Every single one of them.